Now, first for you this hour, Europeans have a lot to be angry about, from cuts to corruption to eye-watering levels of unemployment. But crowds trying to get that message across to leaders are being met with a heavy police response. In Brussels, we will have more with our correspondent, Polly Boyka, who has more on the story. And indeed, she joins us now. Polly.
Well, the people marching in Brussels are marching against austerity, essentially. The unemployment figures for the EU member states is something like 26 million people, and the highest rate of unemployment is in Spain and in Greece. But there's obviously enough anger for so many people to hit the streets in Brussels. And watching the pictures, we've seen some very heavy-handed response from the police. We've seen water cannons used, we've seen tear gas, and really quite aggressive. But a protest is also gathering in London today. It's all part of this wave of action across the globe today, and it really seems like a new incarnation of what was the Occupy movement, because the aims behind these protesters, well, they're very broad. They're talking about bringing an end to corruption. They're talking about challenging sort of the status quo, where the 1% has all the power, and clawing back some of those powers and returning them to the people. And talking about alternative solutions and alternative ways of governance, really, because they say that the status quo just doesn't work. And again, as I said, very similar to what the Occupy movement was. And so we've seen it in Brussels. That's already been dispersed quite aggressively. It's about to kick off in London, but also over in New York, we're expecting protests to take place there as part of this day of action. And in smaller towns and cities across the US and Europe as well, according to the organisers, there's going to be demonstrations taking place all over the place. So we're going to be watching, especially to how the police here in London and over in New York are going to be responding to see whether they're going to be as heavy-handed as they were in Brussels.
OK, obviously we'll be speaking to you later on in the day, I'm sure, with updates. Thanks so much, our correspondent, Polly Boyka.